A week ago, we all stopped streaming during the last day of our marathon that we were doing. And we didn't really, like, I know a lot of people thought, oh, we're trying to make this a joke or whatever. That's never been the thing. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. And we have decided as a group that obviously it was in our best intention to leave FaZe Clan. So all the speculations that like, oh, this is like an announcement are...
Bro, I saw a post. Of course, it was on TikTok, the classic. It was somebody saying that like all of them leaving shows they have no loyalty. And I was like, that's crazy because I feel like Adapt and Kason and all them leaving and Rug leaving, like Rug leaving, and they've been there for like, 10 plus years, should really tell you that something serious happened. And I get it. Like I know people are gonna be like, oh well, Jason and them, they're all just jumping ship too. But like, yo, you wouldn't like, I feel like they had tattoos of the shit. You know what I mean? I feel like if you use your brain for a second, you would be like, oh shit, wait a minute. If every single one of them are jumping ship, something's not right. Something serious had to have happened for them to be bleeding FaZe up until this point, and they're all collectively saying we won't tolerate this, like we're out. You know? They're like, I'm not saying this is what happened, right? But if an org all of a sudden was to switch their policy, switch their contract, switch their anything, like internally, to an extent that the members weren't agreeing with it, switch the direction they wanted to go in a year to the extent their members would agree with it, and everybody collectively says, I am not comfortable with that, then I don't think that's coordinated at all. I think that's what they should do as creators, especially corporate. Like as a creator, corporate will come in and man, they just try to butter you up with all types of deals, all types of sweet stuff. They've got X, Y, and Z good things for you and da-da-da-da-da. And you think that they have your best interest at heart up until next thing you know, you're in a contract with them. And FaZe has already been through that. Like, it's not like pre-Jason and all them, FaZe was doing amazing. Everybody knows what FaZe was like before Jason and Lacey and them, in the year right before. Like, everybody was surprised that they brought it back. If corporate comes in out of nowhere, next thing you know, they're saying something crazy or doing something that's against the grain of what these guys want to do. It's low key. It's really smart that they stand on their own 2 feet instead. I feel especially bad for like Adapt and Rug and them because they've been with FaZe for forever, haven't they? He said, you have to join tonight. And then I said, and then he put the eye emoji. And I said, if you're in a lawsuit and get me involved, I swear to God. And then I'm not going to say what they said after. And then I said, just let me be your lawyer. I'll represent you guys and you'll win for sure. And then they didn't respond. So I don't know why they won't let me be their lawyer for whatever NDAs they got, but I'm going to break those boys out of it. Let me let you know. I'm going to break them out of their NDAs, okay? Let me be the lawyer. I'll handle it. What would be like a deal-breaking line for you in a contract with an org? Kason's calling me. Is it time for me to join FaZe?
No, I want you to know I was suing you for defamation of character for leaking our group chat text, and I don't appreciate it. Okay, bye.
I love Kason, bro. Kason is so great. Okay, deal-breaking lines. One is time. If a contract ever extends to a ridiculous amount of time, and I'm talking more than 1 year, it is more than likely not a good contract. You should always be able to renew within a year. Always, always, always. Because a lot of things, especially in content creation, change within a year. The reason I say this, though, is because, don't get me wrong, like, I think obviously the FaZe guys would admit they got so much from FaZe. Like, they did. But the same could be argued on the backside, which is, I don't think that acting like the FaZe name didn't benefit from what they did as creators doesn't exist. It's mutual, right? That is why it's important to always consider your value as a creator. When you're making decisions on orgs, when you're making decisions on really any brand deal or anything, what's it called? What you like offer to orgs, really, they're coming to you. Like, an org is not dumb. You know what I mean? People, especially business people, chat, I'm telling you, they're sharks. Business people would not come to you with an offer if they didn't see value in you as a creator. They won't do it. There's a reason why they're coming to you. If a business ever comes to you and they say, we want you to do X, Y, Z, they do it because they see value in you. And you as an individual need to know your worth when you're making deals. You need to know your worth every time.
Yeah, I mean, that's
it makes me sad. You know why? Because you can see like Adapt specifically, bro. It just looks like this has been weighing on him. That shit makes me sad. Creators do need orgs at the early stages of their career. I would love for you to list me orgs that go find streamers that are at 10 viewers and say, we need you, and they're big orgs. List them to me. Tell me who. I'd love to know. Doesn't happen. You know when it happens? It happens when they start getting to the 1000s. You know what I mean? And then when you get to the 1000s, they go, oh, hold up. That person's growing. Maybe, you know, maybe they might be this. And that's when it grows.
Just want to move forward as a unit and keep it pushing and just stick together.
Yo, you want to talk about brain rot? I'm sorry to pause this again. You want to talk about true brain rot in the streaming community? I've talked to people with this off stream. The idea that 1,000 viewers is a bad number. I'll never understand that, bro. I'll never understand that.